The Cloud of Unknowing, or How a Soul is Made One with God. Chapter 5. And if you should ever reach this cloud, and dwell and work in it as I am telling you, then just as this cloud of unknowing is above you, between you and your God, so you will need to put a cloud of forgetting beneath you, between you and everything that was ever created. Perhaps it will seem to you that you are far distant from God, because of the cloud of unknowing is between you and Him. But in fact, rightly understood, you are much further from Him when you have no cloud of forgetting between you and everything that was ever created. Whenever I say everything that was ever created, I mean not only the created things themselves, but all they do and all their attributes. I don't accept anything created, whether bodily or spiritual beings, nor any act or attribute of any such being, whether good or evil. But, in brief, they should all be hidden in this way under the cloud of forgetting. For though it may sometimes be very beneficial to think of particular attributes and acts of specific created beings, it is nevertheless of little or no benefit in this work of contemplation. Consciousness or recollection of anything that God ever created, and equally of any such creature's acts, is a kind of spiritual sight, for the eye of your soul is open to it and fixed upon it, as the eye of an archer is on the target he is aiming at. And I tell you one thing, that everything you are thinking of is above you while you are thinking of it, and between you and your God. And you are further from God to the extent that anything is in your mind but God alone. Yes, and if it's not discourteous and unseemly to say so, in this work of contemplation, it is of little or no benefit to think of God's kindness or excellence, or Our Lady, or the saints or angels in heaven, or even the joys of heaven, that is, with particular attention to them, as if by meditating on them you would sustain and strengthen your purpose. I believe that in these circumstances, in this work, it cannot be so at all. For, good though it may be to think of God's acts of kindness, and to love and praise Him for them, it is better to think of His naked being, and to love and praise Him for Himself.